it like for you when you saw, I mean, he makes a play, gets the ball over the middle, takes it all the way to the end zone, gets called back because he was lined up, you know, in the wrong spot. What was that like, that particular play?
The first feeling is joy, but being about 3 yards away trying to tell him to get on. The second feeling is kill him. You know, and then the third feeling is to come back down to reality and say, hey, we all make mistakes, and he's going to get another opportunity and take advantage of that. But no, I mean, it's expected sometimes. You know, we go really fast, go really hard, and when you're just learning, you know, it's tough. You know, if you could have seen Nick Kurtz in the spring, it surely wasn't the Nick Kurtz of the fall. So in the summer, and Devon's going to be a really good football player for us. So I'm really excited about that.
Watching your receivers in the screen game and your blocking scheme in the screen game, it seems like every time you throw it, it busts and it goes for 20, 30, 40 yards. Do you want to go more to the screen? Why is it used so little? And give me your thoughts on the screen game in general for this team.
You know, it's like anything else. If you call them at the right time, it's great play calling by Coach and I. And, you know, if we ran it 10 times a game, it probably worked 2 times, and then you'd say, how come we're calling it so much? So it's all about timing, and I think we're executing it well, and we have confidence in it right now. You know, when you game plan an opponent, you try to pick up the tendencies and what'll work, and that for that down and distance and where you are on the field. And right now we've been spot on that, and we're executing it. And so if we get the opportunity, we want to run it as much as possible, but sometimes those opportunities don't present themselves.
Relative to your expectation for Jordan Leslie, where's he at so far this season?
He's done exactly what I thought he would. I mean, he's physical. He plays hard, and he definitely never complains about not having the ball. And when he has the ball in his hand, he can make things happen. He's a really strong football player, and it's no different from when I've had him before, and the rest to come. You know, the great thing about playing receiver, if you just want the ball every play, you're probably not going to perform well, because when you don't get it, you're upset. So I tell my guys, it's what happens when you get the opportunities is what really makes a really good receiver, and he's taken advantage of those opportunities so far.
We haven't seen a lot of Rossett Poe or Keanu Nelson. Is it just a matter of them being buried on the depth chart, or is it something else?
Well, I think you got 2 different situations. You know, Ross has been struggling with some things, you know, and I don't want to get into those. And you know, it's off the field, it's real life here, you know, and he's you know, doing the best he can and handling all the different situations that you're faced with. And you got to be focused at practice. The great thing about having receivers like we have now, it's all about competition. He's had a really good week of practice, and you'll see Ross more and more. You know, you can say, well, I always say when people ask me about a player, who do you want me to take off the field? You want me to take 9 off the field? You want me to take 10 off the field? Hey, let's not play Blackman anymore. Let's get somebody else on the field, you know. So everybody has their favorites. It's my job to find out who does what best and put them on the field to be successful.
Coach, I'm asking you to speak for everybody, but is there any concern that Tyson's ran the ball a little too much or does run the ball too much? And for your specific situation, is that important that your passing game works to take that pressure off?
Well, I think the one thing about Taysom that makes him special is he's a playmaker. So, you know, there's some times, sure, that we would like him maybe to look and throw it, but are you going to give up the 20-yard run for a 5-yard pass? I mean, that's a hard change-off. So we're looking to balance that out a little more, but, man, if you don't think 4 is special, we're not watching the same game. So as long as we're winning games, if he ran it and had 257 yards like he did against Texas, and we caught 2 balls outside and we're 4-0 after Saturday, I'm going to celebrate regardless. And if he only had 10 yards and we had 400 yards receiving, I'm still celebrating as long as we're 4-0. So the key is to win football games.
Coach, thank you.
You know, I think we got to look at 2 things: what's best for our football team and what's best for the football player. And when that time comes, we'll make that decision. You know, we're going to get him ready to play in the game, and you know, if it's to our advantage to have him on the field, then we're going to do that. But certainly, you know, Bronco is a guy that looks after his players, and if it's to our advantage where the red shirt would benefit him as a person, then we got to look at that. But, you know, each week things change. We could lose 2 receivers, and, heck, he's got to be ready to go, strap the blue jersey on, and let's ride. It's time to go, you know. So that's kind of the way this game works.
Virginia leads the country in takeaways, I believe, through 3 weeks. How clean do you guys need to be to have the best chance to win on Saturday?
Well, I think we come into every game with a set of pillars that's, you know, so obviously winning the takeaway margin is critical, and we got to take care of the football. They're a good defensive unit. They play really hard. They're an improved football team, I think, and you know, they're coming here to win a football game. So it's like any other game. In order to win and be successful, you got to protect the football and take advantage of the opportunities that's given.
When you watch last year's Virginia game that you played with them, do you even recognize the offense you see then as opposed to what you're running now?
Oh, no. I mean, we're so much better. I mean, you talking about the first game of the year, Taysom's first start. I mean, we're playing receivers who really never played. Cody Hoffman didn't play. We're a totally different team. Heck, the coaches, we were still learning the offense and what he could do and the flexibility of it. So, no, I think we're definitely a long ways ahead of where we were. And then the competition we have on the offensive line and at our skill positions has made us better overall.
When you have a Virginia team, their front sevens put a lot of pressure in the backfield, and you know that had a lot of success in that regard. What does it mean for the receiving corps? What do the receivers have to do to help Taysom and the guys in the backfield out?
Well, I think two things. When things like that happen, you want to take the pressure off the offensive line. You know, so you want to get the ball out your hand quick. You got to separate against man coverage and make plays. And the greatest thing you can do as a receiver is make plays, you know, and then really be aggressive in the run game and be physical in the run game so you can take it out of the secondary. You know, I want my guys to be physical because we want to take it out of the secondary, and then we got to be able to run the football. It's no secret. I mean, teams that run the ball and stop the run win championships, and if we're going to be a great football team, that's what we have to do. All right? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.